So this is your 2015 R-Pod, made by Forest River. And for you folks out there that don't know, Forest River is currently owned by Warren Buffett. So welcome to the Warren Buffett RV family. Now, this is your hot water heater. This is the sub burner. So you will have an annual rod that you will replace once a year. Very nice. On this particular model, this is your annual rod right here. This is the plug. You have a on and off switch here, which is your 110 side of your hot water tank. So congratulations to you. You have an electric and gas hot water tank. So if you want to save propane, it runs on both elements. Congratulations. This here is your gravity fill on your freshwater tank. This is your city water fill. So for all you laymen's out there, this is city water connection. You hook a hose to. You have constant pressure to your sink, shower, toilet, and faucets. This one you use water pump. No water pump? Using your water pump. This is your onboard water. So for all you novices out there, we call that in the business boondocking. So if you want to boondock and you want to use your toilet, take a shower, rinse your hands, wash your dishes, you're going to fill this tank up. That's your freshwater tank, and use your water pump. To the right of that fun stuff is your furnace exhaust. So if you light your furnace, this is the exhaust for it. So always be cautious when using your furnace. Disclaimer below. To the right of that, you have your low point drains, hot and cold for winterizing, or if you just want to get some water on you. To the right of that is your beautiful dump station designed by Forest River. Black water tank valve, gray water tank valve, very cozy. To the right of that is your cable and satellite connections. To the right of that is your power cord. Now on this nifty little guy, you get what's called a marine grade power, detachable marine grade power cord. Very fancy. It's in your compartment. I do want to point out the slide mechanism. Most slides from the factory don't give you this extra rail. I'm going to zoom in on it. So that right there, that little guy right there, protects your slide out from an extra level of water. So you have your rain rail on the top of the RV, which is aerodynamic, designed by R-Pod through Forest River. And then you have another rain rail on your slide out with outspouts. Raider gutter spouts. So see it right there? That protrudes the water, shoots it out so it doesn't gather on your slide, or on the slide and on your header when you're pulling your slide in and out. It always is a good idea to get slide toppers, and it's highly recommended. So, black water tank flush, just to get back on track. Gray water tank flush. Booyah. Gray water, black water. Toilet, sink and showers. Pretty darn cool. The customers who previously enjoyed this rig have a wheel well, an extra wheel well, which is right there with some coating on it. There's your wheel well here. They bought a set. There's a third one that's got some tape on there. So you have a third wheel well and a spare tire, brand new with rim from the factory. That's your power cord, detachable 30 amp marine grade power cord, very fancy. This R-Pod is equipped with 4 stabilizing jacks, which normally these come with 2 stabilizing jacks. This is equipped with 4, 2 in the front, 2 in the rear. It's always recommended to use a power drill if it's available. If not, you'll be outfitted with a manual crank to perform your duties. And yes, I did say duties. This is R-Pod's signature rear outside kitchen. Pretty snappy. This sink is ported to your gray water tank. Most of them you have to bail out yourself. This one is set up outside radio controls for the inside radio with outside speakers. Very fancy. Installed a paper towel roll, outside TV bracket with level, outside outlets and TV connection for video, outside shower hose, pretty fancy, with spray head. Looks like you got some cargo connections. This right here hangs below me here, and you put all your dishes and it's cargo pockets. Use it at will. Very fancy. You got some connections here. Pretty cool. Fill it up with ice and fill it full of beer and popping juice boxes for the kids. This is the crank handle for your jacks, which is the manual, and some baskets. Outside, they put a hitch on here, but it's not to tow. Okay, not to tow. So very important. It's for a bike rack. You slide a 2-inch receiver bike rack on there, and you can put your bikes on there. Holds 500 pounds. To the left of that is your grill connection. Outside gas, off, on. Pretty simple, right? LED tail lights, LED lights throughout the rig. Solar panel prep for your solar panels if you ever want to install some solar panels. You're through storage here with, it looks like a cover, an RV cover, some outside outlets, and this is what every camper's dream is, a black water tank flush. Basically, it's got a spray head in your black water tank to power wash your black water when dumping your black water tank. It's got a low boy Dometic, very efficient 13.5 BTU air conditioner on it from the factory. Just a cute little camper. Those are the outside features. Now we're going to go inside. This is your grab handle. You always want to flip it toward the door when going down the road, but I'm going to open her up and enter this beautiful guy. Cribs eat your heart out. As you walk in the door, to the left of your door is your fuses and breakers. So if you have a 110 issue or a 12 volt issue, you'll handle it there. You got your flat screen TV as you walk in the door with arm. Now remember, I had mentioned to you, you have electric and gas hot water tank, which is very fancy. DSI, which stands for direct spark ignition. They put everything on the door side, which is very cool. So your inside lights, your slide button, your DVD, CD player, HDMI hookup, right on the rip, right off the rip, right in the front. Your stereo system, very cool. And then your level testers. Black water, gray water, fresh water, tells you how full your levels are. And then you have your water pump button, and this is your hot water tank on gas. And remember, I told you your hot water tank on electric is on the outside on that particular model. This is your dinette table booth with the swing down table. It's very well fancy and much sought after. Turns into a queen size bed in the front for mom and dad. And then you have your furnace, which is right there. Refrigerator and microwave, very cool, and some cargo areas for flip-flops and shoes and whatnot. Air conditioning out spots. You got your returns right there, and then your quick cools, speakers in the roof. You got your bunks in the rear with flip up, so you can make it into a couch if you'd like. Pretty fancy. Lights on both bunks. Your faucet, and then they call this a wet bath. So sink, shower, and toilet all in one. Some people use it that way. Some people turn it into a closet. I like it as a wet bath. Got some pockets. Well, here you go. I'm Chris Rohde, General RV Center. In under 10 minutes, walk through on a 2015 R-Pod by Forest River. Good night.